Good morning. Welcome to my backyard on UNCAMPING Sunday. But it's still wonderful to get outside in the morning before the heat of day. I like to do my pour over coffee out there. And I'm still working on getting my bougainvillea plants to survive in this desert heat. So I would like to water them in the morning, check on them, and take in the air before the sun starts beating down on us. I know some people that hardly called us a backyard. I mean, what is it? 5 feet and then these cinder block walls. But I have to say, just that little bit of outdoor space, and then what you see to the left there where I have the door open and that little deck area, that's covered. So you can always sit in the shade. Fortunately, there's always shade out there. I know my neighbors have a little mister system along the top, and if I had a little mister system, whoa, that I might be out there more than just a little bit. But even in the heat of summer, August 3rd, I still like to come out and have my coffee in the morning. So I ran out of creamer. I didn't have any half and half. Normally I put half and half in the bottom of my coffee cup and then let it mix in, but I didn't have any, so I used this coconut milk powder instead. And then I saw a chick on YouTube had a frother, so I made an impulse purchase at TJ Maxx the other day. Try to use it to stir that coconut milk powder in. Trying to use it as creamer, you see. Maybe I should just buy powdered creamer. So I thought I'd try it, but you can pretty much tell from my face what I think of it. No, I do not think that coconut butter is going to make a substitute for my half and half. All right. Bougainvillea's fine. That angel's fine. These chairs don't move. This bougainvillea is pretty. And I love that I don't have a house directly behind me right there, and that I have these big windows that reflect. I do like that in my abode. I do love how this security screen casts shadows onto the wall in my living room. And the sunrise comes up right there. I was trying to get it to shine through my hummingbird feeder. Didn't want to help me out with that this morning. I actually fell asleep on my couch last night. It was fun. It was fun waking up, feeling like a kid waking up on the couch. Oh, it's a really comfortable couch. I'm glad I have it. This is where Elvis slept when he stayed. One thing I'm going to try to put up a little shelf between this over-the-couch artwork there that I got from Amazon and my kitchen cabinet to the left. I have this little shelf that I want to see if I can put the books. Actually, the books that you see there behind the stools are already sitting on the little shelf, so I know they would fit. I'm going to see if I can work on that later in this afternoon. First, I have to do my workout. I actually did lower body and upper body workout today. But oh my God, it's too boring to watch this whole thing. You guys, you have to watch this at like 3 times speed. If you watch this at normal speed, it's way too boring. You can't. You never make it through. Look, what am I doing now? All right, now we're doing uncamping things. All right, so when you're camping, well, I couldn't exercise either. I don't take my exercise ball and everything up camping with me. So I can't do that when I'm camping. Taking advantage of that today. I can't wash the dishes in a sink and try them and put them away. So, or use glass dishware. I do love using glass dishware. And I really dislike plastic and paper, like paper plates. Ugh. So for camping, I have some, what do I have? Well, I do take paper plates, but last time I didn't use any. Did I even eat last time? I think I just used my coffee cups. I have one great camping coffee cup with a lid. I love those wine glasses. Then I have one Columbia wine glass with a lid, camping wine mug. And I do take my home silverware camping because I do not like plastic or anything. Maybe I should get some inexpensive metal silverware from Goodwill or something for camping silverware so that I can keep my home set at home. I don't know. What else do I have? I used my toaster today. I don't use that coffee maker because since I only am one person, I just use pour over coffee. But I used that stove right there to cook it. But my camping stove is just as convenient. It's nice to have a fridge. I wish my ice maker were working. I need to get that fixed. Actually, all right. Can we skip ahead on this too? It is nice to have a sink and to be able to wash dishes. That's why I just pre-prep meals when I go camping. Another very important key to an uncamping Sunday. Look at this beauty. Look at the magnificence of this. Why is it of this invention right here? Oh, a little flush. Is this not a piece of art to behold? All right, clearly I have not finished the wall back there, but look at this uncamping marvel. Now, I'm just gonna turn the light on. And then you have big flush. I just can't get over it. Now, obviously, my shower's still not done. This is very much camping still, and I don't have my water hooked up. I got to get my baseboards in here. But my toilet flushes. Yes. Okay, I need to look for. What is going on here now? Oh, we're looking at good camping recipes, right? If I'm gonna go shopping, I want to see what I should buy. Breakfast, I think I'm just gonna do oatmeal. I should make oatmeal with half and half. Although these cinnamon rolls sound good. Put cinnamon rolls on a skewer. I also thought of doing an egg and sausage on an English muffin. I can do that. Foil packet meals. For lunch, I think I'm going to do mac and cheese with, I'm going to cut up some sausage in there. And then I'm going to take marshmallows. I like this idea of grilled fruit, though. Grilled pineapple? I might have to. Okay, did my grocery shopping, and let me show you what I got. This is it. And guess how much. All right, first of all, I want you to notice how many of these brands are great value, great value. Look at what I've come to, you guys. It's all right. When you're on a budget, you're on a budget. You gotta do what you gotta do. So guess how much I spent. This is everything I bought. English muffins, oatmeal, half and half, fresh basil. I mean, you see this here. This is cilantro. Okay, I had to get a pumice stone. Can of tuna. There's a can of chicken somewhere too. There's a can of chicken, I hope. A lady at the store stopped me today and said, "Oh, I love your outfit." I said, "Oh, well, thank you."
So that's the end of that couple of hours. After you saw me eating that sandwich, I sat there for a couple of hours and tried to reply to a few of your comments and do other bits of editing and stuff.
All right, this is going to go the way it goes. So looks easy enough, right? I bought these little shelves. They were not expensive. That should have told me everything I need to know. Anyway, I'm still working, as you saw when we were flushing toilets, being all civilized. that my shower is not finished. So I do have a working shower in the house. In the main, in the primary bedroom suite, there is a working shower. So I'm still able to shower and brush my teeth at home because that bathroom works. I am trying to rent it out, that bedroom. So when I do rent it out, then I myself will not be using that room or shower, of course. That will be for my roommate. I will be showering at Planet Fitness unless I borrow money and finish that shower. But I can't, no, not borrow money. I would have to withdraw from my retirement and finish that shower. And I just don't, no, you know what? No. I can do a lot of little work. I can do work on it myself a little bit. I can do the baseboards I was talking about finishing. I could even maybe start to tile some of the walls where like the vanity and the toilet are. That's going to be all tiled wall. I'm only going to do baseboard actually on the one corner where I'll have drywall. I'm not going to tile the whole thing because it's too expensive. Anyway, so that's one thing I do love about my home is steaming hot long showers. And there's only one campsite I've ever been to, and that's the one in Tucson. What's it called? Camp Saguaro, where my gals have the best. I think they have little propane heaters on those showers. Anyway, that was the best camping shower I ever had. At home, I have a great shower, so I'm appreciating that. And I have air conditioning in my house, so I beat the heat on that front. There was a funny, I think it was on TikTok, I saw this lady who said, yeah, my husband brought me camping. I think she was an immigrant from some African country, Nigeria maybe. My husband brought me camping, but look at this, people. Look at this. This is called, it's giving refugee. It was so funny. It was like, why would you choose to go camping when you live in a developed country? Which is kind of a good point. Another YouTuber I was watching, I just spent 15 minutes looking for it so I could actually give him credit. But of course, I went back in my history to, I don't know what, July 20th, and I watched so much YouTube that I couldn't find it. So he was talking about how comfort, in his opinion, kills creativity. So he did a video about how he took himself on a camping trip. But I say camping, all right, I'm talking about car camping. He was backpacking, take everything on your back, kind of like what Woodsy, there's this chick that does this in Michigan too. Put everything on your back, hike in, set up camp, set up a fire. Okay, I don't do that kind of camping. I have my camping stove, I have my car, and that's how I camp. I like to go up there for the fresh air, to relax. Especially here, I like there to be the heat. And also, you need to just have a change of scenery. I mean, here in the valley, as they call it, it gets up to, I'm sure as you have seen on national news, it's going to be like 115 this week. And which, okay, that's fine. But the thing is, if the low only goes down to 90, there's like no escape. It gets a little bit oppressive. So it's nice to be able to drive just for that 2 hours up to the Mogollon Rim. And, you're at 7,500, 8,000 feet. And I made a video about this last time I went there. So I also was thinking about going up to the Sedona area. But I don't know, it just doesn't seem as friendly. I have to worry about charging. There is a slow, not super slow, but just V2 as they call it, charger in the Sedona area. I don't know, Sedona is just so internationally known now. It's too famous. I'm afraid the Mogollon Rim is getting that way too, but it's kind of another reason why I am going to plan on going there. I don't like to go on Sunday. I don't like to go on the weekends in general because there are too many people who don't have the option of going during the week. So I prefer to let them go. It's busier anyway. I won't even go on Monday. I think I'm going to try to head up. I don't know, maybe on Tuesday. But Friday's going to be the worst day. On Friday, it's 90 with a low of 90 degrees. Let's see. What am I dragging you into here? This is tuna salad. Okay, so this is my mom's actually recipe mostly, except for I did this part. I did the part of I started to squeeze lime into the tuna. I just drained it. I buy the tuna in water. Squeeze lime into it. And then this on the right-hand side, this is celery. I had kind of some old celery in my fridge. You know, when it gets floppy. I had floppy celery this morning. So my mom had taught me this trick where she would take the whole sticks and put the whole sticks in water. But I chopped it up and it got crispy again. Did you see? I was trying to show you that it's crispy again. So I chopped it up knowing I wanted to use it like that for the recipe. And sure enough, it got crispy again. It's amazing. Thank you, Mom, for that tip. And then I'm using the 2 eggs that got ugly when I was hard boiling for this salad because they're getting chopped anyway. And that leaves me 2 hard-boiled eggs that are intact. So I'm glad for that. You see from this angle the little under cabinet lights that Elvis and Jesus helped me put up. You can see the dots right there. I bought the dots in IKEA because it's what they had. I of course prefer the continuous light ones. But you know, when people are here to help you and they just had the system, and I was like, whatever, I'm going to spend $150. We did it under the cabinet. We did over the cabinet lighting. So I'm just really thrilled because that part of the kitchen used to be so ugly. And then it plugs into, the plug is actually above the microwave, so it was a little bit tricky to reach to plug it in and out. There was no inline switch. But I found this, what's called a remote outlet. So you plug this thing into the outlet that you want to use, that you want to make remote. And then you plug your power into that. So I had, I think, a multiple outlet going on. And then you just push a button, it turns the outlet on. So obviously everything that's plugged into that outlet, which is all my lights, under cabinet, over cabinet, turn on at the same time. So I'm thrilled. All right, so where am I? I'm a very slow chopper. Sorry, I'm so slow, you guys. Hopefully you've got me on 3x speed because this is painful even for me. All right, what am I showing now? All right, those are all my ingredients. So I've got the celery. I think I've got green onions, cilantro. I've got the tuna and the lime. No, this is the cilantro. I haven't even done the cilantro yet. Can I just skip ahead? Can we skip ahead? I think we can. Yay! We got there, and it all fits into one container. Beautiful. And I can put it into my refrigerator. Oh, congratulations, you made it. All right, let's see. All right, so this is the outlook for the week. The lows in the 90s is not good. So at least there's a full moon coming up. There's a full moon coming up. All right, another thing I love about uncamping, being at home rather, having a washer and dryer. Now, I don't use the dryer typically in the summertime in Arizona. I use it once in a while for sheets, I guess. But today it's, oh, look, I'm frustrated because I can't find my cheese. I think I left my cheese slices and my can of chicken at this store, so I don't know what to do about that. Anyway, well, uncamping Sunday. We can't go outside. It's too hot. My air conditioning is running. See how the grass blows when the air conditioner runs. Let's wait just a minute. I'll go outside. Or here, you know what? I'll just kick the heat. There. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. I'll just come out here. It's still feels good to be outside. I like to be in the sun sometimes. Sometimes it's too cold when you're in AC all the time. So here I can put my feet in the sun a little bit. Oh, it doesn't feel like 108. I bet the temperature's gone down a little bit. Oh, it's still gorgeous. And I'll come out again after sunset to hang out outside a little bit. And then tomorrow I'm working a little bit. I have an appointment at Fidelity in the morning. And then I'm working in the afternoon, doing a little drive to Phoenix. And then Tuesday morning I'm planning on going camping to do some real camping videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. Almost over. Like and subscribe. I appreciate your support.